Indeed they are. I mean, honestly, for Team Queso, sitting over towards this position, they can quite easily move slightly across over towards the eastern edge. Potentially pick up one of those compounds there, but and this is a perfect game to get that ball rolling, essentially. Na'Vi, they play over towards the western side. They're going to try and play over towards the small compounds. Good shots over towards FaZe already, helped out by Alter Ego. So although Na'Vi was shot out,
the remaining duo from Na'Vi doesn't get connected there. Last player for FaZe. For both of these two teams, actually. Worried, and you can see how trepidatious Punch is being here, waiting for his teammate to get up into the action now, and they can really start to go through, but the door frame has to be blasted through instead, because he's not going to let them in that easy. Steps to the corner. You can't push through that door frame when there's a player waiting behind that next rib of wall. But Onzens takes a good step back here. The nade does not connect because of it. And Onzens still just giving them the runaround here. Really, really timid on the play, and Puncher goes down to it. Six can't even find the response, and Onzens is handling these two like a magician right now. Is making them disappear.
Flashbang goes through. That is an unfortunate flashbang, and Six will be able to pick up the points. That's 2 elims now found for Na'Vi. But yeah, as two players, there was a chance here to take this game a little bit further, especially playing in that position on the eastern side of Camp Alpha. Now it's likely that any kind of roll up towards Six is going to go poorly for them. But a great flashbang to essentially open up the way for
to be gaining confidence into this tournament. And what a brilliant time to do it as well. Enigma Galaxy still up in that really important compound that they've held for a while. They moved FaZe aside because of it. Now Virtus Pro looking to try and stretch out towards it. They've got Icy up towards the top. They've already pushed him up the hill, and I wonder if he's going to have an impact here, if he's going to be able to use that off angle. The zone will start to hurt quite a lot. It's now into the unresable section out in the blue zone, and Virtus Pro are slowly putting their players outside of the zone and making their way closer.
Yeah, Virtus Pro attempting to get their way through. I mean, they've never been a bad team at making these kind of pushes, but versus Enigma Galaxy, I think it's going to be really difficult. Icy, though, has this great off angle. Redox does get taken down. There's an immediate refrag there. That's from Rosemary, of all people. And again, Alter Ego's had a great control over from this high ground. And Enigma Galaxy is now panicking in this situation.
This is unfortunate. Virtus Pro moving those players up has had a massive impact onto the fight. And as you say, Rosemary is there to chime in as well. 2 players down for Enigma Galaxy. The backlines for Virtus Pro trying to make a move, but there's still oversight on it from this angle. Enigma Galaxy, they've lost 2 of their players to Nox, but they've still got a little bit more left in the tank here. A nade to roll down. Hill catches Koa, and with the blue zone pushing, he's on a sliver of HP. Can't afford to move on in. A nade, a knock, anything they could find would be brilliant, and Tixie goes down in the meantime, leaving just the 1 player standing now. Koa healed up, moving up into the action, but Enigma Galaxy look for the reses.
Yeah, and they should be able to find a couple of them. I mean, they are on the edge of the blue right now, getting their players into vehicles to potentially res them on out later on. Snowick's going to go for the res here onto Narvalo. Again, for Enigma Galaxy, this happened quite frequently where they struggle slightly when the plan falls apart. He can't stick out here too long. He just needs to get in the vehicle because it will tick him through and get the re-knock.
Team Queso Trying to move on through, but against ASIA, you need to be careful. They will find that first opener, though. And there's a brilliant pickup on the UZM, but unfortunately, that off angle works out well. It comes through from a third party. TJB, further along the cliff face, will have an impact here. And Team Queso really struggling now. You need all the angles to go for this aggression, and it's just not working out. But ASIA still need to push through, and they will be next to the firing line. Against Team Queso, against TJB as well. They've had a great game up to now, and it looks like they're going to try and continue that. Out in the blue zone, they need to find an opening, but there's no one guarding this northern slope of the mountain.
Not right now. I mean, for them, it's just a kind of an easy rotate downwards. I think Falak is likely to fall here, so they will be down to 2, but 10 elims on the game, multiple fights taken, multiple fights gone successfully for them as well is fantastic news. Falcons getting in from the southeast side, but Alter Ego very much aware and ready for it, picking up the first here. 4 eliminations and on set to pick themselves up a chicken dinner from the high ground.
Spray down from Rosemary, who's been pretty dastardly to these teams on the south right now. Alter Ego, they drop here. They know this terrain. This is their home ground. Alter Ego looking to try and fix the problems of yesterday and potentially putting up a big game here. There's a few more teams to get through, and they'll try and make it work around the side. Alter Ego, Boysil gets the spray under the stilts. Back behind the rock, though. That's a little bit safer for Top. He looks for the healing, but the high ground can start to come through. The off angle there. Top goes for 1. Boysil does fall to it. Alter Ego losing 1. Not a great time to have that happen. If TJB can clean this one up on the north side in the meantime cleanly, all 4 of their players stay alive, which they've just managed to do against ASIA. 10 eliminations, by the way. Still a great game. TJB now have an opportunity to move up the hill, take the numbers advantage.
Yeah, because at the moment, Alter Ego have been slowed. Now, some more eliminations ready and available for Alter Ego, but they're coming just off the back of another fight here with Getzo, with Vengeance underneath, also taking shots upwards. Alter Ego desperately want to kind of confirm some of these eliminations. Good shots, but a good drop down there from Tanch.
Knock for Ralph. Not really too much Snox can do about this position now as Alva gets into position. The healing comes through from Tanch as well. And Alter Ego maintain the south side. Vengeance also making their way up into the middle here. That's something that they need to be careful of. A 2-2 split right now for Vengeance as they've moved 2 of their players up into that forefront. TJB being a little bit slower to do so. They're ready to allow the teams up the top of the mountain.
Good pick off there from Tanch.
To make it work.
Yeah, for Vengeance, this is a good pickup, but TJP waiting in the wings is smart in my opinion. Allowing Vengeance to take a little bit more space, get comfortable with this split, and then potentially come out from the wings late game. All gillied up. We'll see what TJB can get done here, because this does look remarkably better than yesterday for TJB.
The Galaxy in the toughest spot right now of all of our 4 teams still alive, trying to navigate this one, but they're into a late game again. TJB trying to push up the tables. This is great news for quite a few of these teams still left alive, and Vengeance finding another player from Alter Ego gives them so much more control. All of a sudden, Alter Ego losing momentum, but that's not going to stop Tanch going